Hello everyone, and welcome back to another review that I'm making today. And this time, it's going to be a sequel to the game I played last time. It's called Double Dragon 2: The Revenge. Now this time, instead of getting into the whole intro and ranting about it and all that, I think I'm just going to show you guys what happens. Okay, so the first time I played this game, I was really excited because, first of all, the graphics are way better than the first one. And secondly, well, you get new moves, and that's like a big thing because with new moves, there's like new possibilities. Now, as you can see, I put it to two-player, and the reason why I did that is because if you keep on killing off the other player, you actually gain lives. This may take a while, so give me a second. By the time I finish killing off this player, I should have up to like 7 lives. Alright, so now I got all 7 lives, and now I'm ready to kick some butt. Alright. So, to start off, I just gotta say, to actually attack, if you're facing the right way, literally the right, then you have to push the A button to attack. If you're pushing, like, the B button when you're facing right, you actually kick. So it's kind of weird, and you have to get used to it. What? More girls to fight? Oh boy! That's not offensive at all. Now, in case you guys haven't noticed, the enemies in this game, most of them are actually very similar to the first game, but there are still some new characters to be found. Like this guy right here, the final boss. Well, of this level at least. He's pretty strong, and the thing that I really don't like about him is that he could actually pick you up, punch you in the stomach, and that takes like, I don't know, 2 bars of your life. So yeah, no fun. Alright, so this part is very nerve-wracking because you have to jump around and make sure not to fall. And actually, this part is really what makes me mad because, I mean, I've made so many mistakes in this level simply because, like, for example, I get hit by some enemy and then I just jump out of nowhere and then fall to my death. I mean, that's no fun, that's not fair, and yet it takes a life. So yeah, it sucks. Anyway, the next boss I have to deal with, or bosses, are a couple of ninjas here, and really I just do the spin kick here and knee kick or whatever you want to call it, and it really takes them out fast. So yeah, not that hard. Okay, I really hate this part. In this part, you're in a helicopter. And you see that door over there? Yeah, it opens, and this happens. Yep. Goodbye, I just lost a life. Now, I have to be very careful because stuff like that, I mean, just losing lives in this game will really mess you up in the end because the final boss in this game is very ridiculously hard. And speaking of bosses, oh my gosh, it's a Bobo. Again. Now this guy, I mean, he's even harder than the first. Like, in the first game you realize that once you've leveled up your moves, it was actually easier to kill him. But this time, it's ridiculously hard. I mean, look how many times I'm getting hit. And there's 2 of them, too. I have to fight 2 of them and hope to God that I win. Like that. Alright, so in the next mission you are on an island. And this is like, this is also a difficult level, and I'm going to show you why in a second. This is why. As you can see, there are stalactites or something above you, and you barely have any room to move around, so you have to be very careful. See, when you jump, that's what happens. You hit the stalactites. And, yeah, it hurts you pretty bad. But if that's not enough, you have to fight Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, well, at least that's what it looks like. I mean, look at him. He looks like he's from Total Recall or something. But even that's not enough. Now you have to fight a Bobo too. And, yeah, it's a little bit ridiculous. I've been trying to find a better way to killing this guy, but there really is no way. You just gotta do it. That's all I can say is you gotta do it. And then you have to deal with this right here. Platforming. Okay, so in this game, oh my gosh, I just gotta say, things really do get hard because, this level right here, the platforming gets even more difficult, and this is just the beginning of the platforming. It gets a lot worse later on. This is the part that really scares me. I mean, you have to be very careful with your jumps here. Otherwise, you fall in the water and you lose a life. No fun. This part is a lot of fun though. I mean, I love trains, I just gotta say. You have to jump up here, they have to fight a bunch of enemies, and something about this is just a lot of fun. I guess it's because you can like throw them off the train and damage them that way, but I don't know. This part's really scary. I don't like it. So much platforming. Not only that, it just has some kind of eerie feeling. I do not like it. Okay, whose eyes are those? That's what I like to know, because it's like really creeping me out. You guys saw that, right? The eyes are just popping out of the wall. Whoever made this game was on some kind of drugs. Okay, this is where things get really hard because, the platforming. It gets really insane. I'm going to show you the worst part of all. This, right here, is the hardest part. Simply because those wheels turn out of random. And on top of that, there's these, like, spike things that are jumping down in the air. Honestly, I don't know how I'm able to survive this. Usually I do pretty good. Like right here. Come on. Okay. Yes. See, I didn't even get hit once. I'm so lucky there. Alright, you guys, we are almost there. All we have to do is get through this temple here, beat the boss of this temple, and then we can finally get to the final boss of the game. I'm so close. Now, I'm sure you guys are wondering what the final boss of this level will be. Could it be a Bobo? No. Could it be Arnold Schwarzenegger? No. Could it be a couple of ninjas? No. This time, it's your shadow. That's right, just like in Legend of Zelda, you have to fight yourself. And this part, I think, is pretty epic, but, you know, he's actually pretty easy to beat. Alright, you guys, final boss. I could do this. Okay, so finally, after all this time, we finally get to meet who the true master of the Shadow Warriors is. The guy that's been behind trying to kidnap Marion. Turns out it's this guy. And he's pretty powerful. I mean, look at this. Now, instead of going on about this boss battle, I think I'd just rather have you guys watch this, because it is pretty epic. I love this boss battle. It's one of my favorite of all the NES games. So, without further ado, let's watch. Take this! Haha. Okay, you guys. I just beat the game. Alright, well anyway, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and next time we'll be playing something a little more, casual.